Hello all, I am Dhairya Marwaha and I am the student medical reporter.
Hi Dharya and hello
Hello.
audience.
So I was going through a chapter in my science book and I came across dengue. So I had some doubts regarding dengue. So this presentation is made by Dr. Baljeet Mani, Professor of Pediatrics and an expert consultant, and I am Dhairya Marwaha, the student medical reporter. So the first
Thank you,
question,
Dharya, for a very nice introduction. And may I also introduce him? Also, he is a very keen science student of 8th standard, currently studying in Hyderabad. Thank you, Dharya, for inviting me for this meeting.
yeah.
You can
So the
start your questions.
so the first question which came to my mind was, what type of fever is dengue exactly?
Okay. So, Dharya, we all should remember that dengue is a viral illness, and
Okay,
it is spread by the mosquito Aedes mosquito in the monsoon and post-monsoon season.
okay,
It's a viral illness.
okay.
This is the mosquito that you see here. The tiger like legs, the stripes are there. That is why it is known as tiger mosquito.
Okay. So the second question is, does like dengue if affect children also?
Dengue is an illness which affects every age group, and no one is spared from dengue. The children
Okay,
definitely are affected by the dengue infection.
okay. So another question, like as you told that it affects all the people of all age groups. So is dengue dangerous?
Definitely, it is dangerous in some people, but we cannot tell who for whom it is dangerous. That
Mm-hmm.
is why everybody should take all the precautions. But I would also like to say that majority of the patients, more than
Mm-hmm.
95% of the patients, recover from dengue,
Mm.
and very few have very serious complications. But some patients need hospitalization for few days, but all others recover within a matter of days.
Okay. So like does every patient like who's infected with the dengue virus need to be admitted?
No, no, no. As I said, very few need to be admitted.
Okay.
Very few. Most of them can be managed at home.
So like what are the danger signs of dengue?
This is a very important question, and some danger signs we always tell to a stable patient, and
Okay.
the patient should report that immediately to the hospital if he has very poor oral intake, very poor uh, urine output, if he
Mm-hmm.
has bleeding manifestations, or
Okay.
if he has impaired consciousness, then he should be immediately transferred to the hospital.
Okay.
Persistent abdominal pain also is the danger sign.
So how do the humans how do they get infected by the dengue virus?
So dengue virus is always spread by mosquito. It is never spread by person to person.
Okay.
And the infected patient has got virus in the blood,
Mm-hmm.
and this blood will go into the mosquito. The virus then transmits when this mosquito bites another person.
Okay.
So it is only transmitted by the female Aedes aegypti mosquito.
So this means that we can touch a person who is infected with the dengue virus, right?
Definitely, definitely, you should exercise the universal precautions, but it is not transmitted from person to person as such.
Okay. So like what are the symptoms we see in the case of dengue?
So dengue fever comes with the complaint of fever, headache, nausea, vomiting, lot of body ache is there, pain in the eye muscles. It is difficult to move the eyes. So much mild muscle pain is there. Very few patients have some other uh, rare manifestations like bleeding manifestations, which are not usually seen in all the patients.
Okay. So how can we like diagnose the dengue?
This is very important question actually. One is the clinical diagnosis. The second
Okay.
is to confirm it by the presence of viral antigens in the blood. Like NS1 antigen is there, which we can confirm in the blood, and if it is present, then it is dengue diagnosis is confirmed
Okay.
in the first 5 to 7 days of illness.
Okay. So like if a person he's infected by the dengue, so and can this virus also spread in his family?
Yeah, it's a nice question because if it does not spread from person to person as such, then how can the whole family be affected by it? So one explanation is that the single mosquito bites all the people and it gives them the virus, or one patient is there in the family,
Mm-hmm.
and from him, the virus goes to the others by the mosquito. So
Okay.
yes, it can spread, but only through the mosquito.
Okay. So what are the complications like faced during dengue?
So as I said, very few people get complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly are minor complications like decreased oral intake, persistent vomiting,
Okay.
and but some people, particularly after 5 days of fever, when the fever starts coming down, at that time the complications start. It can be dengue hemorrhagic fever, bleeding can be there, a lot of bleeding can be there.
Mm-hmm.
Patient can be having dengue shock syndrome, and sometimes very few patients complain with come with liver and kidney failure.
Okay.
So these are the dreaded complications of dengue.
Oh. So why do the platelet count? Why does it drop in dengue?
So Dhara, can you tell me what is platelet?
Platelets are the
Before
part
I
of the
answer,
blood which like help in clotting of the blood. Like if a person has an
very
injury and blood comes out, so the platelets help in clotting.
very nice that you know that. Platelets go down in this disease because the antibodies against the dengue virus they attack the platelets also, and there are some other mechanisms also. So platelets go down a bit, sometimes very low, but mostly they recover in the patients.
Okay.
Do you have more questions?
Yeah, I have more questions. 1 second. One second. So do all the patients like they do they need platelets?
No, no, no. All patients do not need it. Only very few who have very low counts or in
Okay.
whom the doctor feels that it is dangerously low, then only we should give the platelet. Roughly, it is when the platelet count is below 10,000, only then we need to give the platelets.
Okay.
And that only through the certified blood bank.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the doctor can order platelets even at some higher levels if he feels that
Okay.
the counts are very low for that patient.
Mm. So, like, is there any or specific treatment for dengue?
No, dengue illness has got only supportive management. At present, there
Okay.
we do not have any antiviral for the dengue. Antibiotics do not help because it is not a bacterial disease, and there is no specific treatment for dengue as such. Only supportive management.
Okay.
And most important is that the fever in dengue should only be treated by paracetamol, not by any other drug, because other drugs will decrease the platelet count and function.
Okay.
So we should remember this point, that only paracetamol is the safest antibiotic in this illness.
Okay. So, like do the papaya products or like any other consumable substance help in prevention or treatment of dengue?
As such, we do not have any direct evidence or solid evidence in favor of these. But since they are harmless entities as such, we may allow. Maybe in some further time periods, we will get to know the role of these agents like goat milk or papaya, whether they are actually helpful or not. But at present,
Okay.
we do not advocate them scientifically.
So, like, how can we know that if someone has recently been infected with the dengue virus, and if he or she has been fully recovered without any diagnosis?
That means we want to know that a patient recently had fever and we did not have any diagnosis. And now we want to know whether it was dengue or not. Is
Yes,
that your
yes,
question?
exactly.
Okay. So as you know that every infection leaves antibodies behind. Like in this time of corona, you have heard a lot of corona antibody test and other things. So we can also check for antibodies in the patient's blood. IgM antibody is for the recent infection and IgG for the past infection, remote past. That means more than 6 months or so. So antibodies can give you a proof that yes, patient recently or remotely had dengue infection.
So I have another doubt. It is like, so when you're infected with the COVID-19, so the antibodies are released in the blood. So like you cannot get infected again with COVID-19. So is it the same in dengue?
No, actually, it is not the same. Even in COVID, we do not have that kind of evidence as such as yet. Rather, in dengue, the if the patient has been exposed to dengue second time or third time, there are cross-reacting antibodies and they can do even more harm. That is why this disease is very deadly. So, as
So,
such, we do not know which strain of the virus is circulating. So, any repeat reinfection of dengue can prove very dangerous. That is why this topic is very important.
okay.
Very nice question you have asked me.
Thank you. So like we are discussing about the problems like caused by dengue. So what are the precautions which we can take to like
So,
avoid dengue?
because there is no vaccine as such, yeah, we do not. We have vaccines for many diseases, and but we do not have any vaccine for dengue as such. The only vaccine is the precaution, like you have heard in Corona time also, the current pandemic that we are going through. In precautions, the biggest precaution is to prevent the mosquito breeding. Wherever there is stagnant water, we should throw it away, and we should not allow the mosquito breeding. Second precaution is that we should not take any antibiotic except paracetamol, and we should try to avoid get bitten by the mosquitoes by wearing the long shirts and long pajamas, particularly in the post monsoon period when the mosquitoes are at large, a large amount, large numbers. So, uh, prevention of the mosquito bite is the answer. Prevention
Okay,
of mosquito breeding is the answer,
okay.
and keep on taking a healthy diet.
So I have learned today that in dengue we should avoid a mosquito bite. We should prevent the mosquito breeding by removing the stagnant water. And if we get infected by the dengue virus, we need to seek medical attention. And to for the recovering process, we should use the drug. We should use only paracetamol and no other drug. And there is no role of platelet transfusions except when ordered by the doctor should be taken. So is it correct?
Yes, definitely. These are very nicely grasped by you, and in more years we will learn more about dengue. But these are the basic facts that you have asked me today, and I thank you for inviting me for this talk. And I would like you to disseminate all this information by any means to all of your colleagues or friends when very Hyderabad wherever you live. Thank you for
Okay. Thank
uh,
you, doctor. Have a good
inviting me.
day.
Bye.
Bye
Jai
bye.
Hind.